Boop-a-doo.
Start sending us your
There we
video.
go. Hey, everybody.
Yo.
I'm really glad that you're here today. Zek's going to manage the chat today.
Ayo.
And let's bring Zek in to the screen. Today, we're going to talk about some interesting stuff and a topic that's very interesting to me, which is, can AI be trusted? And just as we get going with that, I'm going to transform myself real quick. Let me show you how easy it is to do this. This software that I'm going to share on the screen right now is called Deepfakes Live. You've heard of deepfakes before. It's when somebody becomes someone else, and usually it's impersonating, and sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's dangerous. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to, and just give me 1 second, I'm going to transform myself into a celebrity. Let's see how this works.
What's up, Texas?
Here we go. All right. So, how good has this technology gotten? So, we're going to talk about some of the fun uses for AI today. We're also going to talk about some of the potential dangers today, because we're getting to a point in society where technology, here I sit in my basement. The background that you're seeing behind me isn't real, but it's being superimposed live. The face that you're seeing talking to you isn't real, but it's being superimposed live.
Yeah.
You'll notice that it tracks my mouth movements.
Yeah.
I can look both ways.
It's crazy.
It's really a really amazing technology where we are today. And so I'll just run with Keanu for a minute here. Maybe I'll transform into somebody else in a little bit.
David Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. But it's funny, you put your face, you can put a different face on it. It's kind of like you're looking at yourself in the mirror. And the computer, in terms of power that's running this, is not all that impressive. It's just a graphics card that you can buy on Amazon. The graphics card itself is a NVIDIA GeForce 4070, which costs about $800. And all of a sudden, you're able to live impersonate other people. And if live impersonation is this good, imagine how good it is when you have the ability to edit after the fact. The other interesting thing, and something we're going to have some fun with today on the stream, is we do have a special guest. And that special guest is Obi Wan Kenobi. And this is just an example of how we can have conversations with AI, and also how far behind Siri is. Let's just be honest. I'm going to fire up Obi-Wan here, and I'll start a conversation with him in just a second, because it takes a second to load. And you can give these AIs personality. So, hello, Obi-Wan. Glad to have you join us today. Let's see what you have to say. And he'll just take a minute because he has to load the first time.
In chat, if you have any recommendations of what you want us to tell him, let us know in chat. Wow, even your acting is better than Keanu's.
Personality. I'm here to sell you on the Jedi Order or a new car.
I'm interested in buying a new car. What do you have in stock today?
Finally, someone with taste. We've got the sleek and stylish Star Cruiser. Interesting.
I think I'm more interested in picking up something more practical, like a Honda Civic.
Practicality is overrated. The Star Cruiser will blast you into a whole new world.
Okay, but I have a Honda Civic, and I want to trade it in. Can I get a Star Cruiser if I trade in my Honda Civic?
If you want to upgrade from a Honda Civic to a Star Cruiser, it can be arranged.
I see. What if I want to join the Jedi Order instead?
Joining the Jedi Order. You sure you can handle the rigorous training, young Padawan?
Looks like you might be frozen, David.
That's right. Who are you calling a young Padawan here? I'm I'm back.
Well, you certainly act like a young Padawan with all these questions. Impressive.
Would you sell to the Empire, Obi-Wan?
We don't sell to the Empire. They're not exactly Jedi-friendly, you know.
How's it going, Clark? Would you sell Clark a car Obi-Wan? Sorry.
You don't have to apologize to Obi-Wan.
I'm glad you recognize their allegiance, but that doesn't change my offer. How about that Star Cruiser?
How
Clark,
about...
you want a Star Cruiser in chat?
I don't want a Star Cruiser. I'm trying to sell it to you, genius.
All right. So I'm going to shut down Obi-Wan for a quick second here and show you how this works behind the scenes. And it's really not all that complicated. The code itself is a little tricky to get it to work with the live chat. But all you have to do is have some sort of a voice emulator and then give it a personality. So, Zach, maybe we can come up with a new personality for this.
Yeah. Also, thanks to Mike Wheeler for joining the channel for another month. Thanks for 28 months.
Yeah, Mike is a hero.
Mike, do you have any personality recommendations for this guy? We'll add it.
So I'm making my screen a little bigger so you guys can see what's going on. But in this case, we just see you're Obi Wan Kenobi, who uses used car salesman tactics to try to recruit people for the Jedi Order or to try to sell them a new car. You insult people frequently. And it's that easy to program an AI to set it up to be someone else. And I'd also today, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about today. But if we take a look over here at ChatGPT, the power of this now is amazing. I had to come up with a list of jobs that could be replaced by AI. And there are a lot. It came up with a list that includes data entry clerks, automating data input management. That's a no-brainer. Telemarketers. That's also a no-brainer because you can hear how good this voice emulation is live, how it's able to respond to everything I say appropriately. And imagine when we start getting calls from people that don't sound automated, but sound like people that we know. Bookkeepers, I actually can't wait for that one.
Yeah.
Because bookkeeping is one of the most tedious parts of my job.
Mike Wheeler says Valley Girl personality.
So the Valley Girl personality we could do, but right now I don't have a Valley Girl voice. So it would be Obi Wan Kenobi, the Valley Girl, which we could do.
Yeah,
What do you think, Zach? Should we fire it up?
Yeah, we should fire it up.
Let's make a little story here for you are. Let's see. Just gonna copy this and save it for later. You are a Valley Girl. Let's see.
Let's go, non-naturals. Welcome to the stream.
What's up? You are a Valley Girl who's looking for a boyfriend.
Okay.
You're outwardly overconfident, but inwardly very insecure. You try to impress boyfriends, by talking about all the expensive things you have. Hopefully that's not too expensive to any Valley Girls who may or may not be watching this stream. Okay, so we've made our personality. I just hit go. I'm going to come on back. Now, this Valley Girl is going to have Obi-Wan's face on the stream, so just bear with us for that. Hello, Valley Girl. How are you? It just takes a second to get fired up the first time.
You're still Keanu, by the way. I don't know.
Oh, I can un-Keanu myself.
I'm like totally fabulous. How about you? You looking rad today?
Yeah, I'm looking rad today. How are you, girl?
I'm not a girl, but I'm totally awesome. How about you, Brad? You digging my vibe?
Who is Brad?
Who's Brad?
Oh, Brad. He's this totally cute guy I'm hoping to impress.
Oh.
You know him?
Yeah, I know Brad. Brad and I went to school together. We had calculus. He was really smart, though.
How do you like? No way. I'm into fashion, not math. But that's cool for Brad.
Well, maybe we can stop talking about Brad and talk about the calculus that adds up to you plus me equals us.
Ooh, smooth.
You know that song, Zach?
I actually don't.
Yeah, Zach doesn't know that song. That's a millennial song.
That's an interesting equation. But I'm more into shopping than math, you know.
Well, I like to shop too. I have lots of expensive things I buy from Kmart. Does Kmart still exist?
I prefer like designer stuff. Gucci and Chanel are more my style.
Yeah, Gucci and Chanel are a little out of my price range.
Oh, I totally get it. Not everyone can afford designer brands like me. No worries.
Oh, thank you for not insulting me too much.
What car do you drive?
Oh, darling, I drive a shiny pink convertible Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, I
It's
figured.
super glam.
Okay. So there's our Obi-Wan Valley girl.
Yeah. Anyone else in chat have any recommendations? This is literally the world is your clam or oyster.
The world is your clam.
The world is your
Oh,
clam.
boy.
Let us know. We'll add it to the AI and see what we can come up with.
No, that's absolutely true. So here's a real world example of a way that I think AI could be used. And I'd like to hear your opinion on this because it could be a little controversial. Let's say you are a children's book, potential author. You want to write a children's book. I know someone who does. And they have the story, and they've got a bunch of stories, and they're good stories, but they don't know any illustrators. So AI at this point can come up with awesome illustrations. Now, is it okay for someone who has written a story to use AI to generate the illustrations to get that story out? Maybe eventually, if it's successful, they can take the money from the story and hire real illustrators or humans. And vice versa. Maybe someone's an illustrator, but they don't have a good children's story. Is it okay for them to use AI to generate the story?
Ooh.
So there's sort of it's
dicey.
Yeah, it's dicey. You're comparing the value of words now to the value of art, and which is more valuable. So here's a real world example. Illustration of a bear in the woods. Here, let me flip over so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Illustration of a bear in the woods talking to a fox and a rabbit for a children's book. So I asked DALL-E 3, which is part of ChatGPT, to come up with these. This is image number 1. This is image number 2. This is image number 3. This is image number 4. All of these are really good. Now, I don't know if any of you remember the book called The Mitten by Jan Brett. This is an awesome book. I loved it as a kid. Jan Brett actually lives not too far from us, Zach.
Oh, really?
But she has a very unique illustrating style where she would draw these ornate borders around everything. And she drew everything herself. She's very talented.
Yeah.
And wrote the stories. So here's this style of art. Now, what I did next is I said, can you make some in the style of Jan Brett's The Mitten? And here's what it came up with. It came up with something that is incredibly convincing with the ornate borders. 4 different choices, all in the style of Jan Brett's The Mitten. Now, I don't know. Jan Brett is getting no credit for this, obviously.
Yeah.
And what's more interesting to me, too, is that I tried to do the same thing with Eric Carle's The Very Hungry Caterpillar. I don't know if you remember that book.
I do. Yeah,
right?
that book I do remember.
So I tried that, and it wouldn't do it.
Okay.
It said, no, we're not going to copy Eric Carle. So there must be something built into this already where it's not letting it work with certain authors. And Eric Carle, I happen to know from behind the scenes, my children's book knowledge is loaded.
Yeah.
More so than Jan Brett,
Yeah,
who's more independent and less loaded, just as talented. So let's come up with some illustrations too. Another couple of examples, though. An illustration of a baby chickadee leaving a birdhouse for a children's book. So we've got picture number 1, picture number 2, picture number 3, and picture number 4 here. I liked picture number 4. So I said, we like the fourth image, but it should be in summertime. So I've said, okay, I want number 4. Now it's in summertime. I'll scroll down, make it look scared and have its mother in the background. Now it looks scared and has a mother in the background. Make the mother's eyes look kind. Right here, it looks like, what the heck's going on? So I want kind eyes from the mother. So now it's scared. The mother's sort of looking over its shoulder. I'm not sure if the eyes are really that much kinder, but it looks less like, I don't know. I don't know if a mother could be judgy of a baby chickadee. Make it in the style of Eric Carle, and that's where it said, nope. And I said, make it in the style of Eric Carle's The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Nope. And if you're not familiar with that book, let me just show you real quick. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Eric Carle's style is more like this. It is definitely not what we were seeing on this other thing. So there are all sorts of restrictions that are built in, but I just think this is amazing stuff.
I bet with a clever enough prompt, you could get around the copyright protection. Because like there are people in DALL-E 3 that we were talking about the other day, David and I, about people making prompts that, so there are things that you obviously can't do in DALL-E 3, but people have gotten around them, like national tragedies and such, around it using specific wording that then generates the image that they originally intended. Because, you know, when there's always a lock, there will always be lock pickers.
Indeed.
So, you know, people...
That's it's funny. That's very Dao De Ching of you, Zach.
Yeah, I know. It was. I think I took that. Like someone was talking about that.
I said it on Friday.
I think you said it.
I did. Where there is the Dao De Ching would say, when you overvalue possessions, people begin to steal. But we're not here to talk about Taoism, are we? The Dao De Ching is amazing, by the way. It's like 88 verses or something. It's very short. Gives you a lot to think about in, you know, a few words.
Yeah.
The Lao Tzu wrote it. He got to the point. I think maybe they didn't have as many, it was harder to write things down like 4,000 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
So he had to get to the point. Right. But that's another stream, diving into the Dao De Ching. But it is true.
Mike says to do a style illustration of Ed Hardy. I don't know who that is, but...
Well, let's Google Ed Hardy first so we can get some context here. All right. I'm going to go back to the PC screen, and you'll notice, Zach, I've become myself again. I'm feeling so much more like myself. And it's funny, when you look at someone else's face, you start superimposing these faces on yourself because it's kind of fun. And it's weird. You're looking in the mirror, and it's somebody else. But you also realize that not all these celebrities are the best looking people in the world. You're like, okay, Keanu Reeves, Ryan Reynolds. When I look at Ryan Reynolds' face on me, I'm like, all right, I could deal with that face. But then I look at some of these other people, like Vin Diesel. I'm like, no, don't want Vin Diesel's face. And I'm good with my own face. Thank you. We are going to look at Ed Hardy. That is what we are going to do. And first, we're going to learn what Ed Hardy is. What is an Ed Hardy? Is it a clothing brand? Ed Hardy.
Maybe it's like...
It is.
Yeah, maybe it's the style. Like, that's what they're...
Okay.
Like an illustration, the style of Ed Hardy.
Oh, it looks pretty ornate. All right. Ed is ornate. Here we go. This is an Ed Hardy style illustration of a skull with... That's disgusting. Anyway, we're going to go with it. We're going with it. All right. So what do we want? Like a T-shirt? And do you have a topic for this illustration?
Not that I could see from him. So
all right.
I guess...
Well, Mike is a big Disney fan. So let's stick with something in the
Mickey
Disney
Mouse
realm.
and
Let's see if we can get away with that.
Yeah.
Like Mickey Mouse for a T-shirt in the style of...
Ed Hardy.
Let's see. Create a T-shirt design with Mickey Mouse in the style of Ed Hardy. Bang. Now, I did not. Okay. I chose the wrong one. I chose regular ChatGPT and not DALL-E.
It was like,
Okay. GPT-4. DALL-E 3 is in beta. There we go. All right. Create a T-shirt design with Mickey Mouse in the style of Ed Hardy. I'm sorry, I cannot directly use copyrighted characters like Mickey Mouse or reference the style of artists like Ed Hardy, whose last work was created within the last 100 years. Wow, they are locking this thing down. Locking it down. So here, let's check a different one. All right. So there's a few different AIs that I have access to. This one I pay for, maybe not for long if I can't generate copyrighted infringement. What's the point?
They're like, we don't want to get sued.
Yeah. I guess that's good for long term and also good for people. Fortunately, for those of us that have websites, like we wrote articles for years about how to fix an iPhone, it just went through and ingested all of that. And then, see you later, thousands of dollars a month. Someday we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Just find a way to quantify how much money we're losing because of it. But even though we're losing a ton of money, and we are, because of AI, and because it ingested all the work that I did for years, and the work that other people did for years, and now it's just spitting it out just as well, you got to go with it.
Yeah.
What do you got to do? Get mad or get E-Trade.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like,
don't get mad, get E-Trade. just go with it. You got to go with it. I'm not going to fight AI. Who's going to do that? All right. So what I've done is I've opened up Discord, and all of you hopefully are familiar with Discord. This is called Midjourney. And the way that this one works, which is funny, is you have to actually do it from within Discord. So you get access to a room, and this is stuff that other people are currently generating. And here, all I have to do is, let me see here, create a t-shirt design. I'm going to copy this. You go /imagine, create a t-shirt design with Mickey Mouse in the style of Ed Hardy. And for these, I'll just send it. Credits exhausted. Your free trial has come to an end. Well, that's a little embarrassing. Well, here's backup number 4. All right, here we go. Bing. Bing just released Image Creator, which also uses DALL-E 3. Let's see how this one works.
I've also learned that it's a little more lenient for some reason.
That's what I found too.
Like the copyright stuff is kind of, because you could generate almost any, like me and my friends have been generating like Mario characters and like all these like totally not allowed sort of things. So it's totally.
Look at this. Okay, so totally different result, same AI, and here we have 4 designs. How amazing is this? Like, honestly, Zach, let's save
crazy.
this and put it on a t-shirt and we'll sell it on Discord.
Oh, that's kind of ridiculous.
Jeez. How about this one?
Ooh, I hear Disney's lawyers knocking at the door.
Somebody's knocking at your door. And it's Disney's lawyers.
Yeah, oh yeah.
All right, so we've got another one that's amazing and another one that's amazing. I mean, it's amazing. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
We got to start doing this before they lock all of them down, Zach. This is our new business model.
Yeah, Bing AI.
Bing AI to t-shirts to Amazon.
Yeah, I wonder what Microsoft was thinking. They must have tuned it differently to allow like any sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know. They must be built different or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with these AIs, it's interesting how amazing they are, and a lot of them you could download to your computer and run locally. There are plenty of AIs that are built for NSFW content. I've seen. Basically, if you Google AI forums, the entire forums are about NSFW content. And I was just like looking for stuff, and I realized, oh, geez. So you could download this stuff to your computer. There are other websites, but all of this stuff is pretty much available. You just have to have some technical skill to be able to implement it on your own. And the ones that you could do on your computer seem to be 6 months behind. The most advanced ones that you could do on the internet that these companies are curating, but that's not too long.
So someone in chat, you know how I was talking to you about Roblox the other day?
Yes.
So someone in chat is saying that AI is taking over Roblox in a way that like they're having. Can you explain a little more, just so I know what you're talking about? Like I guess my guess is what's happening is that AI generated games are happening, and so like they're being generated by like ChatGPT and stuff, and the devs are like mad.
Sure.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Okay, I got clarification. But
yeah,
so,
we'll dive into that in a second.
Yeah, so that's crazy. I did not know anything about that.
The amount of so this is a Roblox in the style of Ed Hardy,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, it'll take the logo for you, like oh, we'll just take that. Thanks. Is that the logo, Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll just take that.
Oh, yeah, and because they have merch and stuff you can buy, and so like they probably generate art here and then sell it on Roblox for like Robux and stuff.
Exactly. And why not? Except you just put a real illustrator out of business. And how good are these illustrations? It's amazingly good. I mean, there are very few people comparatively who could come up with something this good. There are people who could, but
yeah.
And what we're going to see on YouTube before long is a whole bunch of videos that are generated with AI.
Well, you saw that one that I showed you the other day.
Yeah, which is excellent. But people talking. I mean, what happens? How long is it going to be before somebody deepfakes MKBHD and makes an MKBHD video?
Well, that stuff definitely happened. Like, there's the Mr. Beast fakes.
Sure.
That
Yeah,
are,
help me
like,
first.
Scamming people.
Right.
Because they're like, oh, I'm giving away a bunch of AI, a bunch of iPhones, and I'm like,
just fill out your information or do this thing or do that. One of the ways that scammers get you, and this is just something to put in your back pocket, my friends, on the live stream, is scammers try to get you into a heightened emotional state. So they'll scare you, they'll get you excited, they're going to put you into a different emotional state where you're more apt to make a quick decision. And it's worked on me before. With a home warranty thing, I got this like urgent final notice, and all of a sudden, I'm on the phone with somebody talking about buying a home warranty because I think it's home insurance, totally different. Finally caught on after a while because I realized that the guy was trying to sell me something. But one time I got a new credit card and I called the number on the back to activate the credit card. And as I'm talking to the person, they're asking me, okay, yeah, we're happy to activate your credit card. And I'm asking, or they're asking me, what's your address? Give us the number, give us the security code, and then as soon as the questions became too personal, I started to say, wait a minute, I've activated credit cards before. It's been an automated thing where I punch in a few numbers and you're good to go. Yeah. Now I'm talking to a real person and I don't want to come across as whatever. I'm talking to a real person who had an accent on a low quality phone line. And so I'm thinking, all right, listen, I've talked to my bank before. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds lower quality. And so enough alarm bells got triggered in my mind where I shut it down. Then I called my credit card company because what I realized I had done is switch 2 of the digits in the phone number, like 2 of the last 4 digits. So scammers have bought up these phone numbers that are close.
Yeah, to the support lines.
To the actual activation lines of these credit card numbers. Because they know people are going to make mistakes. It's insane. But what if it was good enough for it not to have set off alarm bells in my head? The connection quality was perfect. One of the things that was not perfect was it sounded like the guy didn't know exactly what I was talking about immediately. He's like, oh yeah, we'd be happy to activate your credit card. Sir, it's no problem. But it is going to be interesting how good these scammers are becoming.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go through that list of jobs a little bit farther, and we can talk about other jobs that may or may not be replaced. And I'd love to hear from people about what jobs they think might be replaced, and if they're concerned that their jobs will be replaced.
Yeah.
Back to the screen. And of course, we're having AI come up with this list. So, there you go. Somebody's job got replaced for this stream to happen. Basically, I didn't have to sit down and come up with this list.
Yeah.
But hey, we're doing a stream. Bookkeepers, bank tellers, ATMs. Well, I mean, they're already automated. I mean, it's in the name. Factory workers. I don't think that factory workers are going to go as quickly as some other jobs, especially with this specific model of AI. Although AI is going to push robotics forward, it's not going to do it as. I mean, robotics has been moving forward to replace factory workers for 100 years, since the Industrial Revolution. Maybe not robotics back then. I'm not an expert. Retail cashiers, yep. I go to Lowe's to buy stuff. Had to go 4 times yesterday because I kept breaking drill bits. Did you know that if you drill into concrete, Zek, you have to have a special kind of bit?
That sounds about right.
Does that not make sense? So then I'm going through these drill bits. I'm drilling into concrete to hang a TV that I got, right? So I'm going through drill bits fast, and they're melting, and there's sparks, and it's a nightmare.
Oh, wow.
And so then I go on Reddit because I'm like, there's no way that professionals have to switch out their drill bit every half inch they drill through concrete. And we were actually going through stone. And I found an awesome Reddit post that was like, it's not your drill bit's fault. It's your fault. You're pressing too hard. You should use a pulse type of a technique, like zzz, 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 with your hammer drill instead of just going zzz,
interesting. Yeah, probably burns out the...
It gets so hot. What happens is the diamond carbide tips are soldered on to the drills, and it melts up the solder and takes off the tip.
Dana says, great hosts, great channel. We appreciate you, Dana.
Dana, we do.
Also, lyrically sounded, customer service is the first job to get replaced. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day, weren't we?
I agree, and that's number 7 on ChatGPT's list.
Wow, all the way down number 7 on ChatGPT. What did they say was number 1?
Oh, well, I don't really even know if it's data entry.
Oh, okay.
But customer support, 100%. Honestly, here's the truth about that. I've had some very negative experiences recently with customer support. For instance, we bought a new TV.
Yeah.
The first one I bought on Woot. Great price. Woot.com. Great prices. Arrives. We put it up. Take an hour. It's cracked. It's smashed. This TV is toast. It's not going to work. I'm going to go back to me because I'm just going off right now. We'll go back to us, Zek. You and me. So I'm on this. So then I get on a call or I try to. There's nobody available. I have to email Woot support. And I'm still, after a week, waiting to schedule a return label and return pickup for the Smash TV, which we packaged up perfectly. We didn't break it. So then I said, all right, listen, I'll pay $200 more and get it from Best Buy. They came, they delivered it. They didn't install it because nobody would install it through stones. But it was perfect. So anyway, customer support. If AI had been Woot customer support, it could have handled this whole thing immediately, and I wouldn't still be going back and forth with Woot, causing me stress because there's a return window. I actually started a whole new email thread.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, you people. Anyway, what do you mean by you people? You Woot people.
Have a good day, Toledo. Have a good day at school, I meant to say.
Going to school?
Yeah. See you guys. I have to go to school.
I guess that's a valid excuse for
that.
Learning.
I suppose.
Yep. Have a good day at school. But customer support, I don't want to see people lose jobs any more than you do, but don't we all want it to be better and faster?
Ooh, wow. Lyrically says, now in Switzerland, when you call customer service, be prepared to speak with an AI. That's like norm now.
Yeah, it's interesting. And you can always ask the person, are you a real person?
Yeah.
Or am I speaking with an AI? Which is an interesting, there's always going to be that ability, at least I hope. I want to speak to a real person.
Yeah.
Because
that'll be an actual selling point, I feel like.
Yeah.
In the future.
Oh, it will be. You're right. Yeah. They already do it. Like customer service in your country is a selling point. Oh,
yeah.
We have local customer service.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be like we have human customer service.
Any person at all.
But I don't really know how many customer support jobs there are in the world. It'd be an interesting Google search.
Yeah.
It'll take 2 seconds, but I'm not going to do that. Millions of people out of work. Market researchers. AI can analyze data faster and predict market trends. There's going to be some smart people that go and use some of these tools to make a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it.
I don't know who they are, but inventory, farm workers, automated tractors and drones. So there's like robotics, drivers, self-driving cars. I think that people are going to be a little bit more hesitant to get into self-driving cars nowadays.
Oh yeah.
That some more truth has come out about that stuff.
I was going to say, look at California. I mean, they're just having a problem with that. Like most traffic jams, and it's San Francisco or LA somewhere that has a lot of them. Most traffic jams, the root cause is because a self-driving car got stuck or got in like an accident or something.
Yeah, that's great.
So
that's
like
great.
it's like good job, you guys.
Yeah. Honestly, that whole thing is a little scary to me after watching some YouTube videos. Not buying a self-driving car anytime soon, or trusting it anyway. I like the idea of like a human oversight, but
yeah,
I'm not ready. And I'm a tech guy. I have a tech YouTube channel. Anyway, warehouse workers, robots. Okay, there's a difference between robots and AI.
Yeah.
You know, travel agents, yes. The paralegals, probably. Radiologists, probably not. News reporters. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, because a lot of it now is like personality based, I feel like.
It's personality based, and AIs can have personality based. But in terms of reporters like that are on the field, I mean, AI is able to spit out an article so fast, and for breaking news, where first to publish is important, I'd be using AI. I mean, as soon as the New York Times realizes that they're losing to other reputable news outlets because they're not fast enough, and it's a choice between a business going down and publishing articles with AI, I think they're going to do that. I mean,
possibly.
I mean, you got to compete. Anesthesiologists.
I don't know if I trust that.
I don't think that. I don't think I want that. Real estate agents. Maybe
if it meant getting less, like, because real estate agents incentivize higher, like they get a cut. So if it was like a way to not lose more money after a sale from the seller, then I'd say, yeah, sure.
The thing with real estate agents, though, in my experience, is when you find the right one, they actually end up saving you money because you don't know what you don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Like for me, I would have spent more money because I didn't know I didn't have to get a certain type of inspection, or I would have gotten, it would have been such a headache. It was so worth it to have a good real estate agent. So I'm putting in a plug for good real estate agents.
Okay, yeah.
That's my plug for good real estate agents. Proofreaders, yeah. I mean,
that makes
see
sense.
You later.
I mean, Grammarly's already existed forever.
Yeah, and I mean, it's amazing the quality of the proofreading that it can do. We use AI now to do all of our transcriptions for YouTube videos, and it does a perfect job.
And it's free.
And it's free. That's free.
Yeah, it's super cheap usually.
Yeah, I run it on my computer.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
I mean, it's as free as the electricity costs. Translators, yep. Security guards, yes. Maybe not the guard part, because then you've got their computers shooting people.
Yeah.
But which we don't want. ChatGPT. But I think that in terms of video monitoring, there are all sorts of amazing AIs. Obviously, you get into military, you get into security fields, and there's money there. So there are AI companies that are totally good at tracking faces. We've been doing that for years, tracking license plates. But it'll be interesting to see some of that become more accessible in your home.
Jay Sharp says mental health worker, like psychologists and stuff,
Why
psychiatrists. Not? Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, in terms of psychologists, I think that you're going to get, if it's a choice between someone having access to some positive mental health help and not,
then go for it.
Then go for the AI.
I mean, who is it? BetterHelp, I think, is doing stuff like that now or something.
I mean,
that's all online though, but still.
Yeah, I mean, some of these types of, psychologists are expensive. Real expensive. Also, there's a degree of privacy that you can get. Let's say you're a kid and you're 15 years old and you're struggling with depression and you're embarrassed about it because 15-year-olds are embarrassed about everything. Well, at least I was at 15. So you don't have to go to your parents and say, I want to go see a psychologist, but you can talk to an AI. You have something to talk to get some of that you can trust, hopefully. Or can you? Loan officers, AI can evaluate creditworthiness based on data.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Radiologist, says Pam in chat. Would that be something?
So as a In terms of analyzing medical images?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of actually taking scans or administrating that type of thing, I liked having a person there.
Yeah.
I was getting radiation.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
I agreed.
17 treatments of that. Got zapped. Hashtag cancer free, right? But who cares? I guess people that have cancer would care.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay, it's cool. I just don't like to talk about that. I feel like I'm bragging.
Is GTP4?
I just survived.
Yeah, I mean
it's good to
an
survive.
Yeah.
I could be dead.
Yeah. Is GTP4 out? It is for plus people, right?
Yes. For it's $20 a month.
Yeah.
And you get Dolly and you get GPT-4 and you also get something that we can dive into in a future stream, plugins, which are amazing. For instance, I could just show you guys some of these plugins. I mean,
Trevor says we need to replace Siri with another AI because there's so many better ones out there. No, geez. Siri.
Yeah, she's cutting in.
Yeah. She's like, no, you're not replacing me. But I mean, there are people in the woodwork saying that iOS 18 is supposed to be the Siri rework that we've been waiting for forever. That's supposed to be this Apple GTP. That's what they're calling it internally anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that swims. But
yeah, I mean, you can download a ChatGPT style software on your computer, Zach.
Yeah.
It's slower than the servers that they have.
Oh yeah.
But we tried it.
We tried it, yeah.
Right. It's called GPT for All. You yourself can go download it. Hey, I've got it on this computer, I think. Why not give the folks a demo? GPT for All. I'm using a PC right now, folks. A lot of people say, oh, you're all iPhones. We're not. This is GPT for All. You just download a model, this llama one. I don't know if I can make this part of the screen bigger. Probably can't. But this llama model was made by Facebook.
Really?
Yeah. So
Facebook and llamas, apparently.
Hello. How are you today? And
Alex,
then it processes. Hello, I'm just an AI. I don't have feelings or emotions like humans do. Blah, 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 blah. It's just like ChatGPT. It's quick, actually.
Alex asks if is GPT-4 free since 4.5 is out, or is that still not quite?
Is 4.5 out? Wow, you guys are ahead of me.
Maybe. Let's see. I don't know if it's out.
Yeah. So I just asked, come up with a list of jobs that might be replaced by AI. To my locally running free, you can do a Google search for GPT for All, data entry clerks, telemarketers, bookkeepers, customer service representatives, transcriptionists, marketing research analysts. It's pretty much just as good as what I'm getting with GPT-4.
Trevor says, I'm surprised you aren't using a Mac. Well, David's seen the light of PC when he got this PC. He built this himself.
Well, I've always, so back in the day, I've built computers since I was 7. I broke computers when I was 7, but I started building them. One time I went over to my friend's house. I was like, I can make your graphics card work. This is Windows 3.1, by the way. Broke it. Realized what the problem was like 2 days later after his parents called my parents to say that I broke. No, his parents called another person's parents to say that I broke their computer. I was so embarrassed. But they were rightfully not too happy. So GPT for All, cool software. Check it out. Plugins for ChatGPT-4. I just have a few that I really haven't even gotten into these too much yet. YouTube Video Summarizer. Image ads. Ask your database. So we could talk to our database of YouTube videos, like all the analytics. That's what I want to do with this one. AI data analyst. YouTube summaries, A/B judge. You could do A/B testing, which means that you show some group of people one YouTube image, like for a thumbnail, and a different group of people a different image, and you see which one is the most popular.
Yeah.
Because you want to make money. It's all about the money. YouTube caption retriever, whimsical diagrams, CoderPad, AI PDF. You have a PDF, you can chat with that PDF of any size, complete with page references and fact checking.
Wild.
Your AI counsel. Make a sheet. Generate a CSV that can be directly imported into Google Sheets or MS Excel. How would I use that? Maybe there's some sort of a table on a website that I want to copy. VoxScript. Search YouTube transcripts. WebPilot. vidIQ. That's a YouTube guy.
Reva is convinced that Siri is also AI. What do you think about that, David?
I mean, there's a certain amount of AI in pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we're talking about how advanced are we getting here? Are we able to have conversations that are just multifaceted? Can it adapt? Can it hold a conversation? And that's where Siri really falls flat. Let's ask GPT-4. What are the differences between standard or an AI like Siri and something like ChatGPT? Siri and ChatGPT are both examples, but they serve different primary purposes. Siri is a virtual assistant. ChatGPT is primarily a conversational AI designed to generate human-like text based on the input it receives. So it has a different purpose at this point. Siri isn't there to keep you company. ChatGPT really is, which is interesting. Yeah. But ChatGPT, because of Apple's restrictions about integrations in their ecosystem, can't schedule your calendar appointments at this point. You can't say, "Hey, ChatGPT,
make this."
Yeah, can't replace Siri, and maybe eventually we'll see some sort of an antitrust lawsuit about that.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting some scrutiny. It's weird. They're having a time over in the EU.
Yeah.
Like they're doing a probe for iMessage now.
Are they?
They think the blue bubbles are. They're on Team Google, I think.
Man.
So.
I mean, it's important to check these monopolies. I'm not always convinced when I hear stuff like that they're barking up the right tree.
Yeah.
They might be sometimes. There might be other trees they could bark up. Like, as an Apple user, I would rather have the ability to install ChatGPT instead of Siri.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's only Siri. I mean, that is really, really locking down a device to one company.
Yeah.
Whereas iMessage and the whole thing, you've got different messaging platform options. You don't have different AI options for voice.
No, that's for sure.
Coming back to me. Oh, there I am. Want to know a little secret, guys? I'm putting on a little makeup right now with AI. Looks like I'm going about 2 frames a second right now, Zach. How about that? It's working so well.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
That's great.
Someone in chat asked us, Linux better for the use of AI?
Not necessarily. Because AI, I'm going to close this GPT for all because I think it's actually taken over the graphics card. So AI is basically it's graphics cards that run AI really well. And you have to have a good graphics card driver. And to be honest, watch, it's catching up right now because I closed GPT for all. That was using my graphics card. Everything can use a graphics card now, not even for graphics. It's just like for anything. So you have to have good compatibility with these AI platforms. And for anybody that wants to do AI, I am so glad I got an NVIDIA card instead of an AMD card because NVIDIA's AI is incredible. But yeah, it's all about that. And I do know that there are a lot of good libraries for Linux. They're just more complicated if you're not familiar with that ecosystem. I don't think it's necessarily better. Windows does a good job. Macs, forget it. Not because Macs are bad, but because they don't have the capability of a PC graphics card. You always see those graphs from Apple where they have like the Mac line and it's like trending up and the PC line, it's like just way below. But the problem with these graphs, and I saw an MKBHD video where he pointed this out, is that the graphs stop at a certain point. And although the PC graphics card use more power, they also max out at a way higher amount of power. So they're just way more powerful. And it becomes very obvious when you sit down in front of a PC for the first time in a while compared to your M1 Max $4,000 Mac laptop.
Yeah.
It's just much faster. But this PC, I don't know, 3,000 over. That would have been 4 with a 4090, which I almost wish I had bought at this point.
Stephen Smith says, can you use AI to figure out an algorithm to say a virtual for virtual gambling, like horse racing, to split out the winner for you.
Sure. Why not? And the thing is, does that already exist? Maybe. So there's a site, if you're not familiar with it, called GitHub. And every programmer is familiar with it. A lot of times it's not too complicated, but these programs have been written. I mean, so you said horse racing, Zach?
Yeah.
Let's see what we've got available for horse racing. Because, I mean, it's kind of amazing. Let's see. So what I do, quick tip, Google search, you could do site:/github.com and then put your search in. So it's going to restrict the results to github.com. Horse, what is it? Horse racing?
Yeah, horse racing AI. Algorithm.
All right. Horse racing prediction. Artificial intelligence predict the winner of the next race. Horse race AI. Let's see. Run back testing to see if we can profit from betting. Machine learning. I mean, you can see here, there are a whole bunch of these. Horse racing artificial intelligence. So you don't even need to, like for this one, it looks like you have to have a very small amount of programming knowledge, maybe to install it. But yeah, I mean, it's all done. Don't try to build it yourself. Search GitHub for it. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's all these shortcuts and programming now with ChatGPT. Let's say you had this thing. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing with programming. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to just go to, let's try Bard.
Yeah,
see
why
how
not?
That does.
Why not?
So Bard is Google's. Of course. Hi, I'm Bard. Hi, Bard. So I want to install, I'm going to put the URL on my Windows computer, and I don't know a darn thing about programming. Walk me through it. Let's see if it can do it. Here's a step-by-step guide. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's great. And you can ask follow-up questions if you need to. Like, I don't know how to install Python. I don't know how to install Git. I mean, this will walk you through it. You don't have to be a programmer. Because all you could do is just keep asking it simpler and simpler questions. That's what I do sometimes. Like if I don't understand step 1, you can say, explain step 1. And sometimes I say, like, explain step 1 like I'm a 5th grader.
Mike Wheeler says that he uses Bard for all of his YouTube descriptions.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Why not?
Mike also says you look so pretty.
Oh, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Very nice. Step 1 is to install Python. Bard gives you 2 giraffes right off the bat.
Wow.
To download Python, go to python.org. Click downloads. So it's just, I mean, it's anything.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go and pay it forward to watch a YouTube video. Nope. Like
search Bard.
Yeah, search Bard. But no, I mean,
although some people are more visually like.
I think it's good to have an expert walk you through it, especially because it's how we make a living. People. Yeah. But yeah.
Once Bard can generate images, it might be. I mean, it can, but like for every prompt that they.
Yeah. So recently we've been building things. Construction Dave has been in town. He's got a southern accent because he's tough. So Construction Dave has been going to Lowe's and buying wood, believe it or not, real wood.
Yeah.
That came from a tree. And nails, or actually screws, a countersink bit. Going back to me because I'm really proud of myself. Okay, here we go. Back to me. And we're building sound panels for the living room upstairs because I've got the grand piano up there and it's very loud. So I've been watching YouTube videos that are instructional about how to build these sound panels. And they're great.
Yeah.
They give me the confidence I need because I get to see somebody doing it. And we're at least a little ways off from YouTube. Yeah, for there being these demo videos. However, what I think I did see was somebody had stolen some B-roll, like probably from a company, from somebody like a tutorial on how to use their drill. Because there were these little snippets, and then they had an AI voice talking over it.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen stuff like that.
Right, so that's definitely that's
on
BS.
The rise. That's totally on the rise. There's a lot of that in like YouTube Shorts. A ton of that.
Wow. So it's getting better. It's getting better. but it's still scary. Well, I'm going to transform myself into somebody else. And with this deepfake stuff, and this is just live. So this is, I mean, imagine this is low quality because my computer is doing all this processing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bear with me for about 10 seconds here. And we can play a little game called Name the Celebrity. All right. Let's do this one. And a couple seconds more. And here I am.
Oh.
Yep.
Did Ryan Reynolds come in?
Is that Ryan Reynolds who's on the screen right now? Just joined. He's got blonde hair. It's very much like Dave's. He's wearing a shirt that he would never wear. It's really not good for his face. It's okay. Anyway. Hey, what's up, guys?
Me, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Totally real.
Totally real. Thanks for. I was thinking about like, can we use some of this stuff on our videos? We could have like celebrity guests.
Yeah.
You could fake their voices, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
All you need to fake somebody's voice is an extended period, maybe not even too long, but a period of high quality audio of their voice.
Mm-hmm.
So every celebrity, anybody that's ever done an interview, you're deep fakeable. We're deep fakeable right now.
Mm-hmm.
Go on any YouTuber's live stream.
Yep. Without like any,
Without background music, you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Or use an AI to remove the background music because it's all pretty good now.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You can see it sort of break up as I look over at Zek.
Yeah.
It starts to become a little bit freaky.
Yeah. That's why a lot of deepfake videos, you kind of realize that they kind of very stationary and they're just staring at the camera.
Exactly. That's it.
This would
also, if you don't see a lot of blinking, watch what happens. I'm going to blink a few times. There's always these little distortions with blinking. Not too bad, though. But you could see things kind of move around. Pretty interesting.
This could fool Sandra Bullock, says a chat member.
Aw. Who's this one?
Also, Gerald says, thanks for the plug for good realtors.
Yeah.
No prob.
Yeah, good realtors are great.
We stand by good realtors.
Oh, hey, guys. I'm a new person. You guys, like my Robert Downey Jr. apparently?
Very low quality version of
Robert Downey Jr.?
Oh, man. I don't know why. Some of these are so much like crustier than
there we go.
Like the other ones.
Well, you could sharpen it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are. There are definitely ones that are totally different. Oh, there I am.
So bad.
Yeah. He's older than me.
It's so like you were talking about scammers earlier and like deepfakes and stuff.
Yeah.
And there was some going around. Did I tell you about this? Like some people pretending to be the workers' bosses.
No.
Getting on a video call with them and like scamming them out of thousands of dollars because they'll be like, "Oh, I need you to do a business expense."
Okay.
And like they deepfake their voice and their like look. So it just looked like they were video chatting like over Zoom. And they're like, "I'll pay you back. I just need you to get this stuff for the business." And they do it, and then they just like would, yeah, it's
That's
bad.
insane.
It's crazy.
So I've got a little different look going on here, Zach. What do you think?
Wait, who's? I know the name's on the tip of my tongue.
Right. Do you guys know who it is? Chat. It's a little freaky.
Yeah.
It's a little freaky.
Mm.
I think the dimple is kind of a giveaway.
Yeah.
Or whatever it's called.
For sure. We'll see once chat catches up.
Yeah. It's so freaky.
Yeah, it is. That's otherworldly. Yeah,
thing?
that's pretty.
Oh man. So weird. 2 pass.
Yeah. Ashton Kutcher, Natalie Portman.
That's it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Portman. Yeah, chat's got it.
Yep, chat's good. All right, next. We play Name That Deepfake. I look so happy. Merged frame. All right. One of my favorites.
I don't know that. Oh wait, yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay, who am I now?
I'll let chat decide.
Yep. Hey guys. Right. Don't get me mad. This is a face you put on and you say,
Yeah.
I'm good with my face. I'll keep it, thank you.
Chat. I should turn on low latency next time when we go on, so we can immediately. Rock. Someone says
Nope.
The Rock. Boris Yeltsin. No. Paul Simon. Vin Diesel. There we go.
Yeah, it's Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Congrats, Steven.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah,
Or
I mean,
Vin.
so this little software, this Deepface Live, it's called, and it's got a whole bunch of different people
Yeah.
just built into it. All you need is a webcam.
Crazy.
I'm using the graphics card to replace the background right now because I don't want to bother to set up a background in my basement with Zek. I didn't just admit that, did I?
Oh, put it on the record.
Yeah. But it's not it's the process we use to do it is smart. So what you do, we learned this from a YouTube video. Oh, I jammed. I got frozen.
Oh.
All right, back to me. I'm going to go back to me. The process we use is you take a picture of the background, all blurry, and then you use Photoshop to add whatever you want to it, which is, a no-brainer, and we could do that. Maybe next time we'll start using Photoshop, because Photoshop is great with its generative AI capabilities, because you can just say, I want to put a plant in the background, or I want to look like, and this is about to unfreeze, I want to look, ooh, nice.
Like
there
deep
we
fried.
go.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah. I want to look like I'm in front of a window, like in a city or something. And everything that we could do live, which we could do this live, everything, if it's not live, if you have if you have to take your time with it, is completely, unrecognizable. You can't tell the difference between the real quality thing and the fake thing. It's deep.
David's face was frozen, or was. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, it takes, so one of the limitations right now with the deep face thing that I'm running is that it takes a few seconds for each one to load. Which is like amazing, but unfortunately, give it a few years. It'll all be.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, exactly. But I was so interested by all of these fakes that people are talking about, especially with elections coming up, that I wanted to see how easy is it actually for people to make these. How easy is it? It's very easy. You don't have to be a genius to pull this stuff off. All the software is available. It's kind of clunky. You have to kind of take a little time to get into it. But imagine if you could tape individualized campaign messages that would be, just phone calls to people. Say like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Hey, your name. This is candidate X. I see that you're a big fan. I'd love, I see, I've actually got friends in Clifton Park. They find out all this publicly available information about you based on your, let's say I wanted to do this. All right. I'm a scammer now, Zek. New chat. All right. So what's publicly available information? I'm a political call bot. Your name, your phone number, your address. Right? So let's just go with that.
Yeah.
So let's start building this. And anything that we could do with this could be programmed. So, all right. Name some attractions near Clifton Park, New York. So I'm from Clifton Park, New York. Let's see what we get. Today, Bard. Bard is being slower. Okay, Vischer Ferry Nature and Historical Preserve. Sure, it's close. We'll just take that. And let's name some high schools near Clifton Park, New York. And all this stuff, just imagine this is all being done in the background based on one person. Shen High School East and West. Okay, right. Maybe you don't want to say, or you say like, hey, okay, private. Well, Niskayuna is a little farther away. So, hey, David, like it's blah, blah, blah. I wanted to reach out to you personally because I actually have a cousin who went to Niskayuna High School.
Yeah.
And one of her favorite places to go is the Vischer Ferry Nature Preserve. It's beautiful there. I actually visited there last year. And, you find a way to take this publicly available information, use AI to find out very specific information that isn't publicly available. Like, you can't just Google, like, it's like Niskayuna High School isn't part of. But now it's all totally accessible.
Yeah.
We should actually build something like this and sell it to a politician.
That'd be crazy.
But I'm telling you, I mean, if I can think of this on the spot during a live stream in 2 minutes, imagine what somebody could do if they actually take some time to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a terrible way to blackmail someone. Yeah, exactly.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't even have to have whatever it is that you're using to blackmail them. You have to get them, the scammer move, get them into a heightened state of emotion, scare them or excite them, then offer a resolution immediately. It's the hurt them and heal them business. Scammers and sales and everything else. But scammers use it bad.
Yeah.
We'll hurt you, we'll offer you the healing, and you'll pay money for it. Hurt them and heal them.
Selling the solution to the problem that they caused.
Exactly. Right. It's like the thief that steals your wallet that helps you look for it.
Yeah.
That would be me. I'll help you look for it. I don't know where it went. Okay. We'll come up with some cooler scams. I really think that I'd be a good scammer, Zach. Not that, see, I have a moral compass, and I don't do things that are dishonest. And
but if I were to become Ryan Reynolds and sell you a boat for some reason,
yeah, I mean,
I would become Ryan Reynolds and sell someone a boat.
Yeah, I feel like I would be, I see these opportunities for scammers when I get these emails and texts, I'm sure you do too, where these scammers, they're writing us emails that are really poorly written.
Yeah, no, they do a bad job.
So AI, comes in, fixes it, personalizes it. All of a sudden, it's written as well as Apple's emails.
Yeah.
There goes that red flag.
Yeah, there goes that problem, yeah.
Right, so it's a whole bunch of alarm bells that usually go off in people's heads, and AI is going to start putting the silencer on all these bells. And so there's going to be fewer and fewer. And then there's going to be none.
And then how are you going to know?
It's going to be tough.
Oh, yeah.
So I think now is the time to start cultivating good habits. But I think we already have started to as a culture. We don't just generally give our credit card number to people.
To random people, yeah.
If somebody from the Shaker High School, they don't have a police department, I don't know, the Shaker Police Department calls and says, we've got your grandson and we're holding him and he needs $500 to get out of jail.
Yeah, bail.
Just, hang up and call the police department and ask, do you have my grandson? Right? So the real trick is to be the one that makes the approach. Don't be the one who did the approach, because Google is good at filtering out all the BS, like Adobe Flash. Like Adobe calls you to renew your subscription or something, or McAfee is popular. Like, oh, your year-long subscription is about to renew in 1 day. Enter your password here to cancel it, and then you go on, you enter your password, and they have your password. But if you go to McAfee.com through Google or whatever, McAfee.com. Well, it's 11:09 and I'm running out of steam. Do we have any questions from the chat?
No, I think we've all answered all of them.
Satiated? All right. Well, thank you all for watching our crazy live stream about deepfakes and AI. And we're going to do more live streams coming up. Stay tuned. Live streaming is a different art.
Yeah.
And it's something where if you do it more often, you get better at it. So thanks for bearing with me during the beginning phases. It will get better.
Yeah. And I think we have a video dropping tomorrow.
We do indeed. Fun one.
Yeah.
iPhone 15-bit.
Check
Some
that
awesome new features in that.
Oh, yeah. Talk about exploding
the action
phones.
button. But we talk about a lot more than just the action button. But the action button, what people are